Okay, welcome everybody. Today we are back again to study more about Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency. That's what we've been looking at, understanding how all these things work. We've been talking about the history of cryptocurrency. We talk about the history of blockchain. Who invented it? What has it come to solve? The problem that it has come to solve. How blockchain has evolved all this while. And we begin to know that we have many blockchains. Some people think that blockchain is one. They thought that blockchain is one. Bitcoin has its own blockchain, Ethereum has its own blockchain, but it was invented in 2008 by a group of people or a person known as Satoshi Nakamoto, and it is the technology that backed up Bitcoin. That's the reason why it was created. So every other thing, so other people now from there have already gotten their own, they now begin to do their own other things, begin to start working on their own Bitcoin, begin to do their own blockchain. They start doing other things, making sure that their own blockchain comes out, and they look at what Bitcoin has done in order to improve on the blockchain of Bitcoin. So every of them have their own blockchain. And there's something I would have loved to talk about, but that will be later because this is not a PGI training where PGI talk about getting their own blockchain. But I would have explained how that one will work with, you know, what they said on that. Some people were just talking about things because spreading their ignorance without understanding the real thing. So it's better you know something before you talk. And why we are here is for you not to be saying things and think that you are right, whereas you are wrong because you don't know it. You don't know how you operate. We talk about blockchain scalability and we talk about a lot of companies who are researching on how they will work on that. So you need to be part of that company to be able to set up something that will make your listing faster. Are you getting? So there are so many things that have been coming. I've been studying it since that time, since 2017, when they understand that blockchain scalability will be that Bitcoin blockchain scalability will be a problem. It happened in Ethereum. Ethereum is doing Ethereum 2.0. Other ones are come. Solana blockchain has come out. They started doing other things, making things work. It's not every cryptocurrency that have their own blockchain. Somebody said every cryptocurrency have its own blockchain. Some are under Ethereum blockchain. Some under the so please don't just follow people to say things that they don't really know, as if every token have its own blockchain. It's not like that, please. So we are here to learn, to understand. That's why there are some still, I didn't want to dignify that talk by a response. I just decided to just forget about it because I don't want to just talk to anybody on that. That's their own. So as we know, the way Bitcoin works is that we have miners that create bitcoins, and they use computers, and these computers they use it to solve mathematical problems. Do you understand? So the same way they verify transactions, these miners, they are the ones who verify transactions, and they are the one who get the bitcoins out. And when it is that you just understand that this is how this thing operates. So now when these people are there, what do they use to get these things out? Because that's how it is. I've already said that blockchain, Bitcoin works inside blockchain, and you cannot take Bitcoin out of blockchain to go and use it anywhere. So you must use it inside the blockchain. And the miners, when they create this through all the computers, they put it back into the blockchain, and then they put it as a node, and it creates a block. And then it comes from the node, create a block, and then stay there and begin to create a hash for that same transaction, which makes sure that this Bitcoin have been created and it's on the blockchain. This is the new way of money. Forget about people who are using paper money. We don't care. This is going to change the financial landscape of the world. And that's how. So now, how do you now come and do this? Now, how do you operate with this? For you to do this, you need a Bitcoin mining machine. A Bitcoin mining machine is like this. We have Kodak code, we have ESAC. ESAC is one of the best Bitcoin mining machine that you can, but you don't have to buy only one. Somebody will say, okay, I have to go and buy this one. plug it into a computer, and I'll start. No, when you get it this way, all you have to do is to know that you don't just have to get only this one. When you get, you have to now get this one like this, and then you have to put it into a system, a mining farm. We'll call it a mining farm. This place is hot and it takes a lot of electricity. You have to have a lot of cooling system. You have to have a lot of things. When you look about mining, it's not something that is, you just invest into. One, you need electricity, serious electricity to mine Bitcoin. So that I don't want to go deep into mining. We call mining of Bitcoin is known as proof of work. And there's the lesser one, which is they use in other ones known as proof of stake. But in Bitcoin, it's proof of work, and it is the most difficult cryptocurrency to mine. The most difficult. It's not something not everybody does. Some mining farms have closed. I know Bit Network. They are part of the Bitcoin mining farm. They have a Bitcoin mining farm in Ireland and every other thing. Then, even I invested in BitClub Network. Then they are one of the mining. We verify them. They are there, but they have closed their mining farm because it was not profitable to them. They now move into mining they move into mining Zcash and some other currencies and all that, and leave Bitcoin because it was hard. But when you look at it, you can envy the people who are doing it. But Bitcoin is undervalued. Bitcoin, the way it is now, how difficult it is to mine Bitcoin, is supposed to be at the rate of 100,000, 200,000, or 500,000 for one Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin is going to go, because it's going to go up. They are trying to draw it down because if we move to that point, everybody will leave shares and company shares and start buying Bitcoin. So the Wall Street knows about it and they're drawing Bitcoin, but they can't hold it. Very soon, they can't hold it anymore. It will move on its own. So that's one thing. So when you get this, you now begin to store it this way and put it into computers. This is the way it is. I showed you one, but now it has meaning. You now plug it with plug and then begin to arrange it in a way that will make it easier for you to get exactly what you want. That's the way this thing operates. That's the way it goes. So it's something that is hard for anybody to do. It's not a simple business, but it's good. It looks good. Oh, the person control. It's just like the central bank of any country. You people are the one printing money. You people are the one handling everything that has to do with money. You bring out money and you sell money. You are the one who print and you are the one who circulate it. It looks so lucrative. It looks so good. It's lucrative, but capital intensive. You need power. You need everything. So we don't have to go to the basics now, telling you how it operates, but I want you to really know this is how it works. One, the Bitcoin miners are those who do these things and then we go. So now when you look at it now, these are the, when you look at it, the mining sites where they have it around the world. There is no one in Africa. There's nobody that we don't have miners in Africa who are mining Bitcoin. Not even one. We have in Canada, you can look at it, US, we have in Iceland, Venezuela, Estonia, Sweden, China. China is the highest. Thailand and all the because China is where we have, you look for cheap electricity and then you look for fast internet connection. We don't have cheap electricity here. We don't even have 24 hours power. We don't have fast internet connection here. I'm talking to you now. Some of you are hearing me, some are not hearing our internet connection. I'm using a Wi-Fi 4G connection, but our 4G is like 3G. Our connections are not fast. Some people may be hearing me now, some going out and coming in because your connection cannot keep you in this Zoom for a longer period. But it's not like that in the US. When you see US are doing Zoom, their Zoom is like live. When they talk, you listen properly, their connections are okay, except your own connection is not okay to connect properly. It makes it faint or something. But that's how their connection is. So if you don't have good connection, you don't go. This is the only place where you can see. There's no way in Africa. So imagine South Africa that have power, or other countries in Africa that have 24 hours light, power supply. They don't mine Bitcoin. There's no Bitcoin mining farm. And then now, we now who are in Nigeria, will now begin to discuss how do we mine Bitcoin, and now begin to explain to you the process of mining Bitcoin. It doesn't make sense. It's a waste of time. But I just want to show you, oh, you need a mining machine. When we talk about computers that we need a mining machine, it's not just that computer. These are specialized computers. And because it's specialized computers, that's those mining machines plugged with a specialized computer that will help you to mine. And then you need electricity and you need fast internet connection. And then you need low temperature because you don't need too much power and everything. You have to cool the system. So if the temperature is now hot again and join with the hotness of that mining machine that I showed you, mining farm I showed you, you can't even stay there. They can't last. And all these machines need power and they need cool area. They need cooling system, so many things. So that's why they call it digital gold. Mining Bitcoin is hard as mining gold. Other cryptocurrencies are easy to mine. Bitcoin is so hard to mine. That's why it is now it's now an asset. It is now a currency. It's everything. It's a store of value, because where this thing is going to be bigger than whatever you've seen before. Every cryptocurrency is good. Some of them are good. Most of cryptocurrencies are good. But when it comes to Bitcoin, that's number one. Ethereum follows it. Every other one that are just coming are coming to just come, and then maybe due to the way they are, or maybe the supply is maybe low, they decided to just come in, maybe a supply of 30,000, and all that. You see them going to $30,000 or $30,000. Some of them move to $50,000, but before you know it, they can't last. This is where the world is going. That's Bitcoin is a store of value. Keep it in the next 10 years. No matter how much you know, then you now know that you have already made a lot of investment for the future. Now, the second thing that we talk about is, now after the mining, the second thing is Bitcoin exchangers are the one who trade conventional currencies for Bitcoin. When Bitcoin miners mine and put it in the blockchain, then you need an exchanger to buy. You can buy from an exchanger in the market. These are not miners. Exchangers that we talk about are exchangers like, somebody who is exchanging, Bitcoin to Naira to you. Maybe you want to buy Bitcoin now, you send Naira to me, and then I send to you, or you want to just trade it in an exchange like Binance, Hotbit, KuCoin, whatever, Hobby, any of this thing, or Bitrace, Bitforest, these are exchangers. So you need them for you to be able to trade. And then you need exchangers to buy from, to exchange your Naira, to buy the digital currency. So after that one, then for you to buy, you need a place to put it. It's just like going to a bank now. To go or you want to start a business, you now decided to go to a bank to go and buy, to go and open an account. The bank are the one who open an account with you. They are the one in charge of money, because they take money from central bank. And central bank is like the miners of Bitcoin. So from there, you can buy it from them, and then they can open a wallet for you where you now have it, where you can now put it. They open a bank account and then give you account number, which is your wallet ID. We call it Bitcoin wallet. That is what you now use to be sending and be receiving money. Are you getting it? So that's the way it works here. And then we have individual companies too, who are not exchangers, who are not trading companies. You can open wallet with them to receive and send Bitcoin. We have some of them. Most of them, we call them custodian and non-custodial wallet. All these topics that you're seeing here, I'm supposed to pick them one by one and dissect them. But I believe that these are things that we do. You understand what is a custodial wallet and what is a non-custodial wallet. Custodial wallet, just like the name implies, are wallet companies that have custody of your money, of your Bitcoin. They will give you username and password. They have a support system. In case if you lose your key, you can ask them, they'll give you password. Just like Bitcoin and Binance now, you may lose your password. Binance is a trading company, but they still have wallet there. So as a custodial wallet, there are so many wallets like that. So when you lose your password, you now chat to the support and say, now I've lost my destiny, please, I need you to give me so and so things. They will not ask you one or two questions and then open your account back. But non-custodial wallet is that you are your own bank. And non-custodial wallet are like, MetaMask, Trust Wallet. This one, you hold your key, the Engine Wallet. There are so many of them there. You have 12 secret keys when you are opening the wallet, and they ask you to keep it safe. The day you lost the 12 secret key, you have lost your money. No support system, nobody will help you. You are your own bank. So when you want to do this business, you need to ask yourself a question. Don't just go and open a wallet without knowing what is a custodial wallet and what is a non-custodial wallet. So that when you open with a non-custodial wallet, you know you are your own bank. And because you are your own bank, you have the right to take care of your money. They don't owe you any explanation. It's decentralized. Are you getting? So now, before I continue, Christy, your hand is up. Is it relevant to what I'm saying? You can ask your question. Okay, so what I want to tell you, what I'm saying is that as you come here, you need to know what type of wallet you need to buy. You need to go and open. Blockchain.com was a non-custodial wallet before. We have so many wallets. And maybe the day we'll talk about wallet, if there's time, maybe that day is just to talk about wallet. Because there are so many things you are doing that you don't even know. Blockchain.com was a non-custodial wallet, but now they are becoming a semi-custodial wallet. Why do I mean by semi-custodial wallet? Because you say I said custodial and non-custodial wallet. Why I said so is that they still give you 12 secret key. Now, they now have support system. Are you getting? If you lost your password, now you can ask them, they will give you your password. But if you lost your 12 secret key, they can't give it to you. They say they don't have it. So now, but it's good because with your password, you can log in and get your 12 secret key in your back office, in your account. So it's even good now. So you can even, because it happens to me before, I lost, my phone. Something happened and I couldn't access my blockchain. I have to now, when I remember that it was a non-custodial wallet, but when I now went, because they are trying to start up trading, where people can be trading in their platform and be doing a whole lot of things. So it helps them to now open up some certain support system, having staff to be able to help people in other things, because they want to bring in a lot of things into blockchain.com. Remember, blockchain.com is a company of its own. It's not the blockchain that powers cryptocurrency. They just use that name and they have a lot of things, information about blockchain on their website that makes it easy for you to even know how blockchain and some certain things about Bitcoin transactions, how it works. So it's a very good platform, but they are not the blockchain that powers Bitcoin. It's just a name, a company of its own. But now, and it's a wallet. Now they want to start trading and some other things. So there are so many other wallets that we have. We have Coinomi, we have Engine Wallet, we have Trust Wallet, we have MetaMask, and so many of them there that you can use all of anyone. But when you finish all this, you now know that At times, you can decide to use exchanger wallet. And in exchange, we have the CES and the DES, the centralized exchange and the decentralized exchange. The centralized exchange to me is better than the decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchange is like the Uniswap of this world. There's so many of them. The Uniswap, CoinTiger, and all the rest. These are decentralized exchange. But if you want to do as a starter, as a beginner, I will advise you as a beginner to get a CES, just a centralized exchange, or a custodial wallet. Custodial wallet, they have custody of your money. Yes, they can use your money to do one or two things, but it's there for you too to take. They can say, okay, they will be paying you derivatives, some money later and all that. We have so many coins you can stake, you can do this and all that. But when it comes to non-custodial wallet, there is no staking, there is nothing. You put your money there, it's there for you. Nobody's touching it, nobody's using it for anything. They are not touching it in any way. Whenever you want it, it's your money. If you lose your key, you lose your money. So many people have lost their key for Bitcoin and they don't know where it is today. I heard of a wallet that have millions of dollars, but they don't have the 12 secret key they're supposed to have. They miss one number out of it. Up to now, they can't figure it out. And they can't have access to that Bitcoin. That was really bad. I feel bad for them. But those things have happened to me, even of recent, last week. Are you getting? So these are things because I have a place that I wrote my secret key. Something happened to my computer, and then the computer just went or refreshed itself. As it refreshed, on coming back, I found out that softwares and everything about my browser and everything went off. So on coming, I begin to find out, okay, let me log into my MetaMask and everything. I put in my 12 secret word, it's showing me that it's 11. And when I now check it, it's 11 to 2. It's not even up to 12. I say, how? How did it happen? I start opening everywhere, trying to check. Up to now, I could not even log into my MetaMask and every other thing. So it's like that. And all the transactions and all the things that is there, it's still there. I'm still figuring out how to do that, to get the 12, because I have only 11. I wrote it down and I didn't write the 12. I wrote down 11. And it has been there all my mind that it is 12. It's when I need it that I now know. So if you now open a wallet, whether at MetaMask, maybe you write down your 12 secret word, before you do any transaction, delete it again and try to do it again to be sure that the number you wrote down is correct. That's what I would tell people now, because my own have been there. I thought it's correct since. It's when I now needed it that I found out that it's 11. It is no more, it's not 12. I was devastated. But at the end of the day, I have to move on. But I'm still looking for a solution to it because I need to find if there are solutions. But I don't think there is any. But that's the way these things work. That's how this business is. It's good, but you need to know what your risk are and whatever you are doing. And then after that, the cryptography, that's what secures this network. Make sure that it's a secured transaction. So we are now dealing, Bitcoin works with a miner, just like a central bank that mine the money, and then they push it to exchangers. Exchangers have it. You can come there, have money, you change your Naira or whatever currency you are using in your country, and then you change it, and then you put down here, and then you get Bitcoin. You can even get an external wallet elsewhere. There are companies that have it. You there as an individual, you then the cryptography secure the system. That's how this thing operates. Just like I told you, this is how it is. Every transaction that you are looking at, as you are seeing this transaction here, it's as simple as that. Now, when you look at it this way, there's a system here, from here down to this place. This place, it wants to do this now, as is happening in this form now. Now, this transaction is going from this end to this end, but it has to go through this way, this route. Now, moving from this computer or from this wallet or wherever, and then it now moves to display to another transactions, and then it will create the block that will represent that transaction that was created. It will not create that block. Just like I've told you about blockchain, that is just that when it moves, it opens up. Where we call it blockchain is that any information that comes there create a block, and they are all in chains. That's why they call it blockchains. That's the way they work. And then when it creates, it from that place, it will now move. The block will be sent to every node. And I said that the node are the networks, the computers, the mining computers, all those computers that I showed you about, all this mining farm, it will be sent to them immediately that, hey, this transaction has come. Was this transaction really mined by us, or is it a fake Bitcoin? Because every transaction has a block and has a hash that have been created for it, and it is there. So they can verify and know, yes, that Bitcoin was sent to that wallet by so and so person. These things happened in minutes. Are you getting? And immediately, and it moves, then from there, the transaction will now come from here and then move down to this side. And once it moves down to this side, the node will validate the transaction. When we call the nodes, all of you know what nodes is all about. We've been talking about it. They will validate the transaction. And once they validate the transaction, it will now move. They will receive their reward, that transaction fees that you are paying. That's the proof of work that they have done. They will receive transactions. So the miners mine Bitcoin, they put it into the net, into the blockchain to sell, and at the same time, they make money through confirming transactions. So now, once they confirm the transaction, the block will now be added to the existing blockchain. That means this thing have been moved from this person to this place. That's when it will now come to this place. Then it has moved from this owner to this owner. That means this thing has left this person's account and it has come to this person's account. So that's how these transactions move. That's why you can send a Bitcoin and it will take some time, because if there are so many transactions to be confirmed, you will not get your own transaction confirmed for a time, for a long time, and it will take some time for them to confirm you. So all you have to do is to wait for it to be confirmed, because that's what the clearing house is. The bank is there to clear transactions, and these people are here clearing transactions that are happening in Bitcoin. That's exactly how these things operate. It's so simple to understand. I try to make sure I don't take it so hard so that you will not understand it. You will now begin to say you don't get it, because these are simple things that are happening every day. Now, if somebody wants to ask you, how do Bitcoin look like? Many people show coins. They will put Bitcoin on it. They say it is. I know the reason why they talk about it is because this is digital gold. So they use gold coins to represent Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is not something that you can touch. It's not a tangible object. You can't touch Bitcoin. You can only see the effect. Just like the money in your account that you are seeing on your phone, that you open your app, you see the amount. You can't touch it. It's only when you go to the bank to go and change that money into fiat, that's when you can touch it. The same thing with Bitcoin, that is a digital cryptocurrency. I've told you there are differences between a digital currency and a cryptocurrency. So now, because it's a cryptocurrency, you can't touch it. So to me, I feel if they ask me, this is Bitcoin. This is a more representative of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is in many computers. In the miners' computers, that is everywhere, either in your own computer, your own wallet, everywhere. This is a representative of one connected to each other. All of them are connected. But it's good for those who are using that to show Bitcoin. It's good, but I want you to really understand that Bitcoin is not a coin that you can touch. They can use token, coin, everything, because they want it to be relatable. These things are not tangible. It's not a coin that you touch. These are cryptocurrency. But when they are using token and coin, even some people misunderstood token and coin. They say they are not the same. They say this one is a token, this is not a coin, this is this and all that. These are just how people look at it. But all of them are just something you need to understand, that this is how to represent Bitcoin. It's in many computers and all of them are connected to each other. So if you want to ask me, this is a more good representative of Bitcoin. So now we are done with that and we are back to the coin bond that I want to talk about. I've explained Bitcoin. You can ask me questions later because I won't go far with this because of our time. I will explain a little thing about this. Our time is already fast spent so that we can be able to talk about things. Now, coin bond. This is something that I want you to listen to because most of us don't even understand where is this thing coming from. What does it mean? It's not only miners that are doing coin. Coin bond is something that has been on the internet, on the crypto world. It has been outside in the shares market before now. And then come to crypto. And there is a reason for it. So some people who are doing miners don't know. And then when somebody asks you, how do people, why are they doing burnout in miners? What is coin bond? How are they making this money? Are you sure this thing is not fake? Are you sure this thing is sustainable? How is this money coming now? Without you doing anything, you are getting coins. And them too who are doing it, why are they doing it? So many questions are there to be asked. And I want to answer some of the questions for you today. The next week we'll come back again fully into this because there's a lot you need to know about coin bond. It's not something I have to, pass out just like that. Just like I said, using this year, arranging your mind so that when you are doing business in the crypto world, you won't be shaking and asking yourself, I don't understand what we are doing. You know it, so you can be able to take advantage of it when it comes. So now, what is coin bond? Coin bonding is the process by which digital currency miners and developers can remove tokens or coins from circulation, thereby slowing down inflation rate and making the token more valuable by reducing the total circulating supply of the coins. Last week, I showed you that based on my own research, that tokens that have high circulating supply or total supply, I don't think that they will go far because it will cause inflation. If a coin is 5 billion total supply and the coin grew to become $300 per token or per coin, whatever, and we have 5 billion of it, and some people have bought the token or the coin when it was cents, do you know they will become instant billionaires within few years? So it will grow, but it will not grow to that point where a coin that have a circulating or total supply of 5 billion to get to that point, because it will cause inflation in the world. Even as it is now, they have been seeing that cryptocurrency may cause inflation because a lot of cryptocurrencies, as Bitcoin is about to move up, will go up. And those who got those cryptocurrencies are going to have a lot of money in their hands. And that will be that means, price of goods and everything is going to go up. That's inflation. But they do coin bond to slow down inflation. And at the same time, to make sure, okay, maybe if you have 10 million of this coin that's supposed to be in circulation, when we do coin bond and it now reduced to 5 million, reduced to 3 million, to 5 million, 3 million or 100 million, whatever, it will make the thing to now be more valuable. Now, the coin is not in too many people's hands. The coin is now more expensive, and the value of the coin is now high, and everything has changed. Now, if you can understand that is a coin that is doing coin bond, and then they continue to do it, and you decided to go and have that coin when it is even cheap, as the coin is being born all the time, then when the coin started growing up, you already have your own coin, you've not sold it, you'll be the one to be gaining it. For those who are into Midas right now, if you start accumulating your Midas, except you need money for special things, that's when you can take your money and then turn it into anything. Keep the currency there and give it time as the burning continues. It started with 0 point something, now it's 2 point something, and it's still going. The burning is continuing. It will come down, and some people will say, the thing has come down. It will move up again and skyrocket again, because that's the way it will go. As long as they are burning the coin, and they say they will burn this coin forever. It's not that they are going to stop tomorrow. Everybody that, activate burnout in Midas, once you activate that burnout, it burns a certain number of the coin, and it will go out of circulation instantly. So it's a continuous process. The more they burn that coin, is the more the coin will be gaining value. We'll talk more on this later. Now, what's the background of coin burning? There's a background. There's a very long background today. Cryptocurrencies are not the first to discover coin burning as a concept. It has been there. I told you everything that happens online is a concept that has been there. They now bring it to online. There's an idea of publicly traded companies buying back their stock. When you go to the stock market, they come and buy back the stock. And when they buy back some of the stock that are in the market, it will reduce the number of the stock. You understand? They will now make sure that, shares they are buying, if they have 5 billion shares, they now buy back some of them. So they now have about 3 billion shares. So when it's 3 billion shares that people are buying, they are chasing only 3 billion shares, they are not chasing 5 billion shares, the share will now go up, because they will reduce the total number of shares that is in the market. So this process will now help to reinforce the value of those shares that remain in circulation, and can also help to improve the earnings per share with fewer outstanding shares. The ratio of net income to shares becomes higher. The concept has been on in the financial world. They only introduce it into cryptocurrency. So many coins are doing burnout. They burn coins with different ways, but most of you don't know. That's why we question, what is Midas doing? But if you know it, you don't need to question. You just jump into it because you understand it. That's why we're here. Because for those who understand it, they look for money wherever they can to go and buy, because in the nearest future, they may not have the money to buy it. This coin is going to go up, and it has been here since 2017, and it has been growing up year by year as they are burning it out. And it will continue to grow. So imagine what Midas will be in the next 2 years, the next 3 years. Just small investment that you make, and you are accumulating Midas, keeping it there, or putting it into a wallet, an external wallet, like Nano wallet or Ledger wallet, which I'm going to show us later, where you get your, be like USB cable. You take your coin out of the internet and put it in a USB, and then keep it in your house. You only have the secret key of that district. There's so many things that happens in burnout, which I believe that we need to explore. If I explain this to you and give you instances of how even Binance do their own burnout, then Ethereum and other top cryptocurrencies that are doing burnout, because they don't, it's only Midas that brought the concept of let's do it this way, that people will not benefit from the burnout that we're doing. As they are doing this, we are burning out. A lot of people are now, because it's all about adoption. Midas use a technique. They use adoption and they use burnout. Because the more people who are buying into burnout is the more people that are holding Midas. And once you have a Midas account, increase the value of the coin automatically. Then there is a burnout that happens, which increase the value of the coin. Again, that's two things. They are killing two birds with one stone. Because now you know about Midas, you own Midas as a coin. You have a wallet that have a Midas. Now, you now participated in the burnout. That's the two things that make coins to go up: burnout and then adoption. How many people are holding it? How many people know about the coin? The more people come into the coin, the more people are buying the coin, the more the coin goes up. And miners are achieving that thing with you. If you really understand what they're doing, nobody should tell you to go and look for money to go and activate your burnout. It's because we don't know, for lack of knowledge. That's why people can question. One of us was telling me about, questions that were asked, how about this, your reputation and some other things. I was laughing and I said, well, it's because you don't know. So when the time comes, when I explain it, you will not know, man, you have been wasting your time that you would have even do more when it comes to Midas burnout. Because that's the way to go. And the concept is not even new. It has been there from ages. Anybody in the financial market know that it has been there in the shares market, in the stock market, and they now bring it online in order to improve the business and improve the value of coins and then the circulating supplies and every other thing. So I want to stop here today. We have a lot to talk, but I have to stop here so that I'll give you time to ask your questions, because I don't want to keep you long. Just like I said, every day we come here, we just make sure that we go straight to the point, and then we ask our questions, and then I'll answer you. So I will allow you to ask questions now, while I will now, should be able to, take care of some of the things. So I'll allow you to ask